Rupert's Royal Roundup.
Rupert! Good morning, Rupert.
Well, good afternoon, David. Welcome to Vietnam, middle of the Mekong. Thank you very much. I look red-faced just like that little trail because I've got sunburn. It's all very good. And it's nicely hot and sweaty here. So there we go.
Lovely. Sounds lovely. Look, I mean, very kind of you to break into your holiday and gallivanting around the world as you are. But I'm very grateful.
Well, thank you, David. Yeah, well, I just thought I've been by the pool all day that I can spare you 20 minutes or so of my time.
You can really go off people, by the way, and thanks for sending that photo as well. I was really not very happy about that when I saw that this morning.
Well, I just thought I'd rub it in, but anyway.
Now, there's a brilliant article which is about Harry and Meghan, our favourite couple, which was in the Telegraph. Harry and Meghan have really fallen out of favour, haven't they, with pretty much everyone. Harry and Meghan, according to this, we know they went to Pasadena in LA to offer hugs and sympathy to survivors of the wildfires. And it's gone down really badly.
Yes, well, this article, it's all come out from a long article in Vanity Fair, which used to be a magazine that had certainly favourable views of Meghan and Harry. But this is a very detailed sort of analysis of their current state of play, talking to various people who have worked with them while they've been in America and sort of all trying to get an all-round picture. But reading the article, what you actually feel is that it's all very negative. One person does say, I think in the article, they seem very loved up, but it's the way that, of course, before they left, there were bullying allegations against Meghan, and now they're saying that once again, this leopard hasn't changed her spots, and that she has once again been bullying staff, talking about the podcast, which was very unsuccessful, and how difficult it was to put that together, and just the way they've gone about their behaviour, their sort of approach to life. Nothing has changed, and certainly people in Montecito don't seem to like them very much. And it just really puts their current state of play that, as if she's got this program coming out in being delayed now, coming out at the beginning of March. We saw her, of course, going to have that visit in Pasadena to meet some people who were victims of the horrible fires in LA, losing their houses. But again, their PR strategy just doesn't seem to be working. And if Vanity Fair has turned against them, then the future at the moment is pretty bleak for the Sussexes.
I mean, Justine Bateman, who's a Hollywood filmmaker, said Meghan Markle and Harry are no better than ambulance chasers. What a repulsive photo op they achieved. They're touring the damage. What are they? Are they politicians? They don't live in Pasadena. They are tourists. They're disaster tourists. I mean, this has come across very badly indeed. They wrote a huffy-puffy, according to this article, 631-word whine about Zuckerberg's decision to end the censorship on, this is on Facebook. They basically used these dreadful words again: normalising hate speech, sowing division, undermining diversity and equality, endangering marginalised communities, destroying democracy. Do you know what? I don't think it is actually about the PR necessarily. I think it's about the intent. The intent, as far as I can see, is to further their own interests rather than looking after people that they purport to represent.
Well, I think one of the problems is they've commercially got to make their life work. And obviously that's their most important priority now. How can they live the life that they want? Now, but America doesn't want dukes and duchesses running around the country. It's just not in their DNA. And yet here they are, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are promoting, their life, and it's not going down well. And more importantly, they say they don't want the press, but they need the press. And their hypocrisy is currently writ large because they need the oxygen of publicity, but the way they're going about it is basically causing them more problems, and people are seeing through the act that they're bringing to the party. Now, his trial is going to be happening this week in London, the start of against the MGM and News International, I believe. So it's a big week for him in the court of law over here. So it's going to be again, they're going to be attracting all sorts of headlines. But for Meghan and Harry at the moment, it's not going well for them, particularly as America appears to be definitely turning against them.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you've seen this. In the Sunday Times today, Prince Harry is said to have pitched a sociopath podcast to the Spotify. A lengthy new profile of the couple reveals this. This is again in Vanity Fair. They've got this deal with Spotify. Apparently, so he's pitched this really weird idea about, oh, let's do a show on sociopaths.
Well, yes, we sort of heard this before. So the article at times has gone over sort of things that have been already out there, much talked about, that some of his ideas were seen as stark raving mad. And the idea that interview Vladimir Putin to find out why he was a sociopath, it just seemed to me a pretty stupid idea, which was laughed out by all accounts by the people behind it, because it just wasn't going to get off ground. How he even thought that was a good idea. But of course, he does play, he's in this article has said that, he basically still.
Welcome back to Meghan and Harry Tales, your go-to source for cutting through the noise and revealing the truth behind the headlines. I'm Adrian, and today we're tackling yet another attempt to vilify Meghan Markle. This time, a Vanity Fair article accuses her of mean girls-style bullying based on claims from an anonymous former Spotify colleague. Is this just more tabloid fodder? We're going to unpack the allegations, expose the media's ongoing smear campaign, and set the record straight. Beyond the headlines seeking truth and justice for Meghan Markle, a name synonymous with grace, compassion, and unwavering strength. Yet, time and again, we see her subjected to vicious attacks, her character unfairly called into question. The latest wave of bullying allegations stemming from a recent Vanity Fair article is no different. It's a stark reminder of the relentless smear campaign waged against her, fueled by dubious sources and amplified by a media obsessed with portraying her as a villain. But we won't be silenced. We will not stand by as Meghan's truth is distorted. It's time to look beyond the sensational headlines and uncover the truth. Unmasking the accusations, a cloud of doubt. The Vanity Fair article, with its claims of bullying based on anonymous sources, crumbles under the slightest scrutiny. Where is the concrete evidence? Where are the named individuals willing to stand by these accusations? The answer is simple. They don't exist. This is not investigative journalism. It's a blatant attempt to tarnish Meghan's reputation using shadows and whispers. The lack of transparency and verifiable facts speaks volumes. It exposes the hollowness of the allegations and underscores the malicious intent behind them. Let's be clear, accusations without evidence are not to be blindly accepted, they are to be questioned. We must demand better from our media, a commitment to truth and fairness, not clickbait headlines designed to tear down a woman who dares to challenge the status quo. A legacy of giving, a narrative of lies. While the media churns out negative narratives, Meghan's actions paint a starkly different picture. Her commitment to humanitarian work, both before and after joining the royal family, is a testament to her character. From advocating for gender equality to supporting vulnerable communities worldwide, she has consistently demonstrated compassion and empathy. Whether it's speaking out against injustice or lending her voice to the voiceless, Meghan leads with her heart. Her dedication to making the world a better place is undeniable, a shining example of her unwavering commitment to positive change. Why, then, does the media choose to ignore this legacy of giving, this genuine desire to make a difference? Doubting the source, the power of archetypes. The answer perhaps lies in examining the source of these allegations. The same publication that relentlessly criticizes Meghan also happens to be the one struggling to stay afloat, its credibility waning in the face of declining readership. Is it a coincidence that they choose to target Meghan, knowing full well the attention and revenue such controversy generates? Meanwhile, Meghan's own platform, her Spotify podcast Archetypes, thrives. It has become a space for honest conversations, challenging stereotypes and empowering women. The success of Archetypes, built on authenticity and genuine connection, stands in stark contrast to the negativity peddled by certain media outlets. Standing strong, Meghan's resilience in the face of adversity. The truth is, Meghan has always been a target. From the moment her relationship with Prince Harry became public, she has faced an onslaught of criticism and scrutiny, much of it fueled by racism and sexism. But through it all, she has remained strong, her spirit unbroken. She has refused to be silenced or to compromise her values. Meghan's resilience, her unwavering commitment to truth and justice, is an inspiration to us all. It reminds us that we too can overcome adversity, that we too can use our voices to challenge injustice and create a better world. Let us stand with Meghan, amplify her truth, and work together to create a world where kindness and compassion prevail. This Vanity Fair article is just the latest in a long line of baseless attacks against Meghan Markle. It's part of an ongoing smear campaign designed to tear her down, but we're not buying it. Meghan and Harry continue to rise above the noise, using their platform for good and staying true to their values. And that's what truly matters. If you're tired of the endless negativity and want to hear the real stories behind the headlines, make sure to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Let's keep standing by Meghan and Harry and calling out these unfair attacks for what they are. Thanks for watching Meghan and Harry Tales. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind and don't believe everything you read.